Hey, what's going on, crew? It's your boy Serrano. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, get notified for more videos just like this. But today we're going to be talking about the tips and tricks for the G90 from Blu. But make sure you guys stay locked in. And if you're already part of the crew, salute. Now let's jump into the first tip and trick for this device. I really do like this device. It's a budget device, but has really good features inside of here. So let's jump into the first tip and trick for this device, and it's going to be inside of the camera. And the first tip you want to do when you're using the camera is portrait mode. You want to actually activate that by clicking this button right here, which says portraits. And when taking portraits, you'll be able to get the depth and bokeh in the background by using this button right here that says depth, and you can choose how much depth you want in the back of your photo by clicking this button as well, which is pretty cool. Now the next tip is to get a screenshot on this device. What you want to do is long press the power button and bottom volume rocker at the exact same time. So what you want to do is just hit these two buttons at the same time, and then you'll be able to take a screenshot. You could edit it, save it, or share the screenshot at the click of a button. I think that's actually pretty cool as well. Now another cool feature on this device is opening up the camera really quickly. So you want to double tap the power button 2 times. So what you do is hit that twice. You just 1, 2. And as you can see, the camera will open up automatically with the click of a button. Now, another thing that's really cool is when you go into the camera and you click settings, there's going to be an option that says ZSD, which means zero shutter delay. When you have that on, basically you could take a photo right here, and if there won't be any shutter delay, it'll just snap the picture and you won't get any delay when you hit the button. Another cool thing inside of the camera is when you hit the settings option again and you click volume key, you can actually hit zoom for the volume keys. So now when you're inside of the camera, guys, you could zoom literally with the volume keys. By tapping that, you'll be able to zoom in with the press of a finger. I think that's really useful. Instead of swiping across the screen, you could actually just use the button to zoom in and out, which is pretty cool. Another thing that's missing from this device is the weather on the home screen. Of course, you have it in the Google feed, but let's say you don't want to use the Google feed. Let's just say you want the weather on your home screen. Long hold the screen and hit widgets, and then what you have to do is look for Google at a glance. So hit this button and drag it into your screen right here. Now you're gonna see the time, you're gonna see the date, day, and weather right here. So it's telling you how much the temperature outside and the date and day. Another thing that's really cool on this device is you could pin things to the screen. Let's say you want to show somebody something on your phone, but you don't want them to actually see anything else. Just they could get stuck on this screen, like not stuck, but you could lock it to one screen. So what you do is you pull that up with your finger, and then you long hold here and you hit pin. Now that you see this says pin, you won't be able to move out of this screen no matter what you do unless you do a password. So the phone will be stuck on Instagram right here. They can't get out of this screen. It's literally stuck on here. But to get out of it, you just swipe up and long hold up, and then enter your fingerprint or your face recognition or password, and now you can unlock it as well. Now, another cool thing that they did is that they implemented flashlight as an app on this phone. So what you want to do is locate this flashlight app and drag it onto your home screen right here. That way you can have easy access to the flashlight at any time. It could be right on your home screen. So I think that's kind of cool as well. Another thing you might want to do is download this app called Daily Bing Wallpapers right here. And once you download that from the Play Store, you'll be able to get a new wallpaper. Every single day, it'll switch wallpapers automatically on your device. And all you have to do is go to the settings right here on the right hand side, the left hand side, and you can actually automatically update wallpapers. You could do it for your lock screen, home screen, smart update, which is a premium feature. But you can actually customize all the wallpapers. They'll automatically change every single day. So I kind of think that's really cool as well. In order to add a contact really quick, let's say you're having a conversation with somebody and you haven't seen them in a minute. All you have to do is long hold the phone icon and hit new contact. And now you can actually enter the contact to your phone really quickly just by long holding this button that says new contact, which is pretty cool. Now, another thing that's pretty cool is if you want to get rid of an icon from your home screen, and you don't want it there, let's say you want to hide it from your home screen, you can long hold the app. Let's say it's this one. And then what you'll have to do is drag it up to the top where it says remove or uninstall. So you could drag it up here and then it removes it from your home screen, which is cool. Another thing that's cool is if you go to settings and in messages, and then you click, you hit that, you're gonna look for smart reply. Now, what smart reply will do is suggest something, a quick response, and you want to activate that. It'll say like, it'll answer the question, or whatever somebody's saying on the text message. It'll have a 2-3 word summation, like an answer, and you could basically just enter that in without typing. Let's say you're driving or something. I think that's going to be pretty cool because you don't always have to reply a long paragraph. You could just let them know you read the message with suggestions in chat. Another thing I did was download this app called Ozone from the Play Store. And what that does is give you a gallery so that you don't have to use the Google Photos gallery. You could just type GAMO, G-A-M-O, Zone, gallery. And then once you hit that, the gallery will come up, and then you'll have your own like individual stock gallery app for this device. So you don't have to use the Google Photos gallery anymore. You could just use this one. Now, another really cool thing is that they have super screenshot mode on this device. So all you have to do is drag down from the top of your home screen, your notification bar, and you're gonna see the word super screenshot. So it's gonna be at that top edge. Let's say you see something really cool on here and you want to just get a screenshot, a long screenshot. Hit this button right here called super screenshot, and then you can actually do screen recording, a long screenshot. You could add faces and edit the screenshot as you do desire with this with different shapes. But it gives you the option to do a long screenshot where you can actually drag more than one page. So let's just hit long right there, and then it's going to give you a longer screenshot. So basically you could hit next page, and then next page again, and then next page again, and then hit save. And now that's how you get the long screenshot to go through. So this is essentially what it would look like. 1, 2, 3, 4 different pages. This is pretty fire right here. Another thing that you want to do is go into display, and you want to customize the color tone of your liking. So just go into display, and then what you're going to do is go into screen mode color, and you can choose between standard, vivid, cool colors, or you could customize it to your own personal preference. But I really like how they give you the option to make the screen look how you want with the colors on there. If you want to remove ads from tracking you can go into privacy and go into advanced and click ads. Now just click opt out of personalized ads and hit OK. So now it'll instruct apps not to use your advertising ID to build profiles to show you personalized ads. So I think that's kind of cool. Now, another thing that's pretty cool is inside of security. So you want to go to Face Unlock or Face ID and just enter your pattern or password or PIN. And there's going to be an option right here where it'll vibrate when you unlock the device, or it'll light up the screen when it's really dark, so that you can it'll always find your face with the facial unlock recognition. Another thing that you might want to do is go into sounds on your device and activate touch sounds and things of that nature. So click advanced down here. And then what you want to do is hit touch sounds. So now whenever you touch the screen, you'll hear a sound on there, and it'll let you know that the phone, you're touching a different icon. It has a nice little sound to it. And you could also hit this button where it says vibrate for phone calls as well, so that you never miss a phone call. Another really cool feature is in battery. What you want to do is go back and click the option where it says battery in your device. Now battery will be found in system. So once you find that, you want to hit battery, and then you want to turn on battery percentage so that you have a good idea of how much juice you have left on your device. Inside of system, you also have the option to change users, add a guest, and you could do it from your lock screen, but you're the administrator and you could add different users and guests so that you're once you enter guest mode, it'll actually make your phone look like it's brand new. All the apps will disappear, and it'll just basically start fresh so that the person you're handing your phone off to doesn't see all your personalized information. Now, if you want to actually have a better cycle of battery on your phone, what you want to do is go into your display settings right here, and you want to set up a night schedule, a night you know what I'm saying, a night set night light schedule. So just click this option. It's gonna help you basically night light tints your screen amber. This makes it easier to look at your screen, but you could have it turn that on at a certain time. So you could schedule it to turn on during a certain time of the day. From sunrise to sunrise, it turns on at a custom time. And then you could just enter the time you want it to turn on. I would say like maybe 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. Another thing that you could do is go into system and click storage and have it where it'll do the storage manager. So now your storage is being managed by the storage manager. So it'll let you know when you're starting to run low of memory and like, you know what I'm saying, space for different apps and pictures and videos. Now there's another place in this phone which has a ton of features. And it's going to be really crazy inside of Intelligent Assistant. So with an Intelligent Assistant, you want to activate all these features. You have flip to silent, so you could put the phone face down. And when you put the phone face down, it's going to silence it or mute a phone call. Also, you have 3-finger screenshot, so you could swipe down with 3 fingers. And it'll take a screenshot on your display, as you saw right there. Then there's a screenshot. You could also slide 3 fingers up and it'll activate your split screen mode. So you can enter split screen window, and you could do 2 things at once on the device as well. So I think that's pretty cool. And then you have jump to camera and lift to wake. So when you're lifting up the phone, it'll automatically do the face unlock, which is really helpful and really quick. Another thing you want to do is change your navigation bar gestures. So what you want to do is go into settings and click nav bar. Now you'll be able to enter the you could hide the nav bar here. You could do 3 button mode or gesture mode and adjust the sensitivity here. So there's a few different options, but I definitely like the gesture mode the most. Now another thing is you might want to have your phone adjust to any light that you're in, outdoors or indoors. So you might want to do adaptive display. That way it'll automatically detect the environment you're in and adjust the brightness on your device depending on what light you're in, which is cool. Now hidden inside of display is lock screen features right here, guys. So you want to scroll down and then you're going to see on the lock screen display. So you can add users from the lock screen display, and then you could also add a lock screen message. So you could put your name on the device or your like email or emergency contact info, but you can have that lock screen message there and add users from the lock screen. So I think that's another cool feature. And when you're in the display, you also want to do changeable screen lock wallpaper, so that whenever you hit the power button, you'll get a different lock screen wallpaper every single time. I think that's something that's really neat, really cool on this device as well. Now, another thing that this phone does give you the ability to do is switch between notch and no notch. So this is what it looks like when there's no notch. It's basically gonna make that whole top area flat across the top, so that whenever you're getting notifications, you can see all the notifications there. And then you could always change it back, but it pretty much looks exactly the same. You get more screen real estate this way, so I like this one a little bit better. Now, to activate dark theme mode on here, you can see all the window is bright. It has the option right here for dark theme in display or on the top navigation. So you can see, you can activate that from your right here at the top and change that anytime you want. I kind of think that's cool just to have it at the top right there. Now, another thing you might want to do is remove the Google Home right here on the left hand side. Just long hold the screen right here and then enter home settings, and you can easily just unclick this option here and it'll remove the Google feed from that part as well. Now, just click that one more time, go to home settings one more time, and go to desktop mode. And now you can change between having an app drawer or just have all your apps on one screen. So look, everything is just on this one screen. All my apps are right here, and there's no app drawer. So they call this the desktop, you know what I mean? The desktop mode. So you could always change that back as well if you want to, but I think that's a pretty cool option as well. Another cool thing that they did on here was put the smart touch button. So it's pretty much a shortcut so that you can access different things. You could always customize it as well, but it has a button. Once you activate this, you're gonna have this little button here, which will be customizable. You'll have home, back, recents, lock, and settings, but you can always customize that. You can hide it within 3 seconds so that there's no, so it doesn't intrude on your screen. But you can always customize these buttons. So you can go to the app right here, and then you can have it do an app right there, or a shortcut, control center. See, this one is control center now, and you can just change them to whatever you want it to be as far as the shortcut. But you can have different options here for them, and you can rearrange the actions of the buttons. Now, one thing I noticed was that the ringtone on here by default was annoying. So what you want to do is change that. You could always do that by yourself by clicking ringtone right here, and you could see I changed it to this one, but they have different options here that you can change the ringtone to match the one that you wanted. Now, another thing you want to do is go into about device, which is actually right here at the top, and it's going to have all these features right here: Face ID, fingerprint, portrait mode, 96 super zoom, AI technology, and nav bar. So those are some extra features that are definitely there to enhance the camera. These 3 options for the camera, Face ID for the security, and then you can actually get to your nav bar gestures as well. I think that's pretty cool that they have all of that there. Another thing you want to do is go into about device again and look for emergency contacts here. So you could set up emergency contacts from this screen, info. So now you could add emergency information for yourself. You could put your address, blood type, medications, and organ donor and medical notes. And you could put emergency contacts here from the list of contacts that you have on your phone as well. Now, in order to block a caller, you're gonna have to go to messages, and you're gonna have to go to settings here, and you're gonna have to go into, you know what I'm saying, the spam protection, enable spam protection, and then go into advanced, and then you can actually, in order to have somebody be blocked on your device, it's really easy. You go back into this option right here, click block contacts, then you can actually block calls from unknown numbers and then add numbers that you want to block here as well. Now, another thing that I think is cool in order to get yourself motivated throughout the day is go to your calendar. And what you want to do is go into the press this plus sign down here, and you could set goals, reminders, and events. So It always asks you if you want to exercise, build a skill, family and friends, meditate, or organize your life. But you could access this and you can always tell it what you want to do: work out, jog, custom, build a skill, learn a language, learn a code, play an instrument. But it's going to remind you to do that activity. Call mom, call dad, reach out. It's got all these cool animations on here, which I think is really cool to look at. But it's going to remind you to plan your day, clean once a week, 3 times a week, 5 times a week, more options. But your phone is always there to remind you of what you need to do. So it's a really good tool to keep you focused. I like opening up the camera and going to settings and just turning on location info. Because whenever you take a photo, it's going to tell you the exact location of where the photo was taken on the Google Maps, and it'll tell you. So you could just look at the picture and then drag up and it'll have that information, just in case you forget the address you were at where you took the picture. Another thing I like to do is mute the camera when I take a picture. Right here, you can click this option, mute camera. There won't be a sound when you hit it. You just take the picture, and you know you'll take the picture when it's saved into your gallery. There won't be any sound. That's helpful because if you're out in the public and people hear that sound, they're gonna think you're taking pictures of them, but you're really not. So just turn that off so that you don't get into any confrontations. Now, another thing that this device does have is digital well-being and parental controls. So you could set up parental controls that'll limit your child's balance on screen time, and you could do it for yourself right here. It'll tell you how long you've been on each app, how many times you unlock the phone. You could put it on focus mode, so you can actually disconnect from your phone during certain days of the day. It's got this wind down mode, so when you use the wind down, you can disconnect from your phone to avoid interruptions while you're sleeping, so you won't get like interrupted during your sleep. It has a bunch of features. Do not disturb, which will also limit distractions, and you could customize which notifications are going to be on, including messages, phone calls, things of that nature, and restrict notifications as well. So they got some really good stuff in here to prevent you from being on your phone all of the time. But I'm sure there is many more features on this device. This is just 47 features that I wanted to share with you on the G90 from Blu. But if you have any more features that you would like to share, make sure you leave those in the comment section down below, and I'll get right back with you later. Peace.